Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ayusha Zwani binti Latandrang. My metric number is HFT20303. So for the introduction, Legoland Malaysia and Sunway Lagoon Malaysia are renowned theme parks offering captivating experience. Legoland, established in Johor in 2012, immerses visitors in a Lego world, while Sunway Lagoon, founded in Selangor in 1992, features diverse attractions, including water rides and an amusement park. Both face industry challenges, emphasizing the need for robust financial management to ensure sustained growth and competitiveness. Chosen for their unique offerings, Legoland captivates with Lego attraction, and Sunway Lagoon appeals to a broad audience. Aligned with high-performance workplace HPW, both prioritize employee satisfaction and teamwork, enhancing the overall visitor experience. Financial ratios are crucial tools for decision making, providing insight into liquidity, profitability, and market performance. For Legoland and Sunway Lagoon, understanding these ratios guides budgeting, investment, and strategic growth. Forecasting is vital for this theme park, enabling strategic planning, risk mitigation, and resource allocation to navigate the dynamic entertainment industry successfully. Thank you.
For background, we choose two companies, which is Legoland and Sunway Lagoon. For Legoland Malaysia Resort is a theme park in Iskandar, Johor, Malaysia. It opened on 15 September 2012 with over 40 interactive rides, shows, and attractions. It is the first Legoland theme park non-Asia and CIS in the world upon its establishment. Legoland Malaysia was officially opened by Ibrahim Ismail Sultan of Johor in 22 September. Groundbreaking for theme park was held on 2 December 2009, hosted by site developer Iskandar Investment Berhad IIP. For Sunway Lagoon is an amusement park located in Sunway City, Subanjaya, Selangor, Malaysia. It is owned by the Sunway Group. Tan Sri Datuk Sri Sir Jeffrey Chia KBEEO is the founder and trustee of the Jeffrey Chia Foundation, JCF. He is also the founder and chairman of Sunway Group, one of Southeast Asia's leading conglomerates with core interests in property, construction, hospitality, retail, education, leisure, and healthcare. The park began operating in 1992 and was officiated by the then Prime Minister of Malaysia, Mahathir bin Mohamad, on 29 April 1992.
First of all, liquidity ratios for Sunway Lagoon are divided into three, which is the current ratio, quick ratio, and net working capital. Starting with the current ratio in 2021, Sunway Lagoon Berhad showed the highest, which is 1.19%, while in 2022 is 1.04%. In addition, for the quick ratio, in 2021, it still shows a high, which is 0.83% compared to 2022, which is 0.63%. For the net working capital for Sunway Lagoon in 2021 also shows a high amount of Rm 1,262,538 compared to 2022, which is Rm 333,080. Next, for the activity ratios for the Sunway Lagoon Berhad, we start with the highest total asset turnover in 2022, which is 0.20%, while in 2021 is 0.50%. The second is the account receivable turnover. For account receivable turnover also shows an increase for 2021, which is from 2.28% to 2.96% in 2022. In addition, for the average collection period, it shows 158 days in 2021, while in 2022 it much as 222 days. The next is the activity ratios inventory turnover, which is show a difference of 0.05 to increase from 1.53% in 2021 to 1.58% in 2022. Finally, for the fixed asset turnover for the Sami Lagoon company, it still showed a high in 2022, which is 0.29%, and for the year 2021 is 0.22%. For the leverage or debt ratio in Sami Lagoon company, firstly, the debt ratio in 2021 and 2022 showed no change, which is 0.48%. Next, the debt to equity ratio only increased by 0.01 from 0.91% in 2022 to 0.92% in 2022. In addition, for the time interest earned ratio show a decrease, that is, in 2021, it was much as 3.20 times to 2.89 times in 2022. Lastly, for the Sami Lagoon company, profitability ratios or return on equity (ROE) show a decrease of 21% in 2022 to 6% in the 2022. In addition, for return on asset (ROA) also show a decrease, which is from 11% in 2021 to 3% in year 2022. While the operating profit margin showed an decrease in 2021, which is 9% to 11% in 2022. Next, for the gross profit margin also decreased from 27% to 24% in 2022. Finally, net profit margin also showed low, which is much as 74% in year 2021 and 50% in year 2022.
Okay, for 3.1.5 liquidity ratio, there are three types of liquidity ratio for lending, namely current ratio, quick ratio, and net working capital. For the current ratio in 2021 increased by 1.95%, while for 2022 it has decreased to 1.79%. Next, for quick ratio in 2021 increased by 1.69%, while for 2022 it has decreased to 1.46%. For net working capital in 2021 increased by Rm 24,137, and while for 2022 it has decreased to Rm 13,189. Okay, 3.1.6 activity ratio for Legoland. There are 5 types of activity ratio for Legoland, namely total asset turnover, AC receivable turnover, average collection period, inventory turnover, and fixed asset turnover. First, for total asset turnover to 2021 decreased by 1.15%, while for 2022 decreased to 1.17%. Next, AC receivable turnover for 2021 decreased by 5.67%, and for 2022 increased to 6%. For average collection period, in 2021, Legoland company take 64 days, and 2022 company take 16 days only. For inventory turnover in 2021 increased by 15.76%, and 2022 decreased by 11.65%. Lastly, fixed asset turnover in 2021 increased by 2.72%, while for 2022 it has decreased to 2.54%. Next, 3.1.7 average or dip ratio for Legoland. There are 3 types of average or dip ratio, namely dip ratio, dip to equity ratio, and time interest earned ratio. Firstly, for dip ratio for 2021 and 2022, the company earned the same percent, that is 0.39%. For debt to equity ratio for 2021 increased by 0.65%, while for 2022, it has decreased to 0.64%. And time interest rate ratio for 2021 is 115.95x and 2022 is 91.81x. Okay, 3.1.8 profitability ratio for Legoland. There are 5 types of profitability ratio for Legoland, namely return on equity, return on asset, gross profit margin, operating profit margin, and net profit margin. Firstly, for return on equity, 2021 increased by 47%, while for 2022 it has decreased to 43%. Next, return on asset 2021 increased by 28%, while for 2022 it has decreased to 26%. Next, gross profit margin. Gross profit margin for 2021 is increased by 17%, while for 2022 it has decreased to 69%. For operating profit margin in 2021 increased by 31%, while for 2022 it has decreased to 28%. Lastly, for profitable ratio is net profit margin. Net profit margin for 2021 increased by 25%, while for 2022 it has decreased to 22%.
Assalamualaikum and hi to everyone. Today I will representing to you about our group assignment on financial. For my part is I will representing to you about liquidity ratio. First for all the F2 company is Sunway Lagoon Berhad and Legoland. First of all the current ratio for the Sunway Lagoon Berhad in 2021 is 1.19% and the Legoland is 1.95%. It's higher than Sunway Lagoon Berhad. And for the quick ratio is cost 0.83% and for Legoland is 1.69%. It's higher than Sunway Lagoon Berhad. Okay, for the net working capital is 1,000, 2,009 to 2,000 and 438. And for the Legoland in 2021 is RM24 137. Okay, for the next part is about activity ratio. Activity ratio for the Sunway Lagoon Berhad and Legoland for the total asset turnover is about 0.15% to Sunway Lagoon Berhad and Legoland 1.15% is higher than Sunway Lagoon Berhad is 0.15%. Okay, for the account receivable turnover for the Sunway Lagoon Berhad is 2.28% and for the Legoland is 5.67%. Average collector period for the Sunway Lagoon Berhad for 2021 is 148 days and for Legoland is 64 days. Okay, for the inventory turnover also have for the Legoland Sunway Lagoon Berhad is 1.53% and for the Legoland is about 5.76%. Is higher than Sunway Lagoon Berhad. Okay, then I will go to fixed asset turnover for the sale and fixed asset non-current assets is about 0.22% for Sunway Lagoon Berhad and for the Legoland in 2021 is 2.72%. Is higher than Sunway Lagoon Berhad. Okay, for the next part is leverage of debt ratio. For this session, for the Sunway Lagoon Berhad, for total assets, his company is 0.48% and for the Legoland is 0.39%. Is lower than Sunway Lagoon Berhad. Okay, for the debt to equity ratio also is for Sunway Lagoon Berhad 0.19% and for the Legoland is 0.65%. Okay, we go again to time interest in ratio. For the Sunway Lagoon Berhad, we can see at the slide is 3.20% and for the Legoland we can see 115 and 0.195% for the Legoland is higher than higher than Sunway Lagoon Berhad. Okay. For the next part is profitability ratio. For these two company is for Sunway Lagoon Berhad we can see 21% and Legoland in 2021 is higher than Sunway Lagoon Berhad is about 47%. For the return on assets for the Sunway Lagoon Berhad is 11% and for the Legoland is 28%, is higher than for Sunway Lagoon Berhad. Okay, we go again to profit, gross profit margin is about to Sunway Lagoon Berhad is 27% and for the Legoland is 70%, is higher than Sunway Lagoon Berhad company. Okay, we go next is about operating profit margin for the Sunway Lagoon Berhad. We can see on the slide is 9% and for the Legoland 31% only, is higher between the company of Sunway Lagoon Berhad. And the next part is net profit margin is also for Sunway Lagoon is 74% and for the Legoland we can see 25% for the 2021 for the year of the two company. Okay, that's all for me today for the slide and I will go to the next part. Hello everyone, I will continue to my representation in this two company about 2022 years on Sunway Lagoon Berhad and Legoland. Okay, first of all is liquidity ratio. For the current ratio in 2022 for the Sunway Lagoon Berhad, we can see 1.04% to this company and for the Legoland 1.79%. Okay, for Q ratio for Sunway Lagoon Berhad is 0.761% and for the Legoland 1.46%. Net working capital has RM ringgit in 36.85 and for the Legoland RM 13 and 101 is lower than of the company of Sunway Lagoon Berhad. Okay, we go to the next part of this representation of activity ratio of this company. We go to total assets turnover to Sunway Lagoon Berhad is equity 0.20% and Legoland is 1.17% for this year and it will be higher than Sunway Lagoon Berhad is 0.2% only. Okay, we go to account receivable turnover for the company of Sunway Lagoon Berhad is 2.96% and for the Legoland is higher than Sunway Lagoon company Berhad is 6.00%. Okay, we go again in average collection period in this day in Sunway Lagoon Berhad is 120 days and for the Legoland is 60 days only. Okay, for the inventory turnover for the Sunway Lagoon Berhad 1.58% and for Legoland is 11.65%, is higher than Sunway Lagoon Berhad. Okay, for the fixed assets turnover for these two company is 0.29 for Sunway Lagoon Berhad and for the Legoland company is 2.54% for Legoland on this year of 2022. Okay, we go next part is leverage of debt ratio. We go to the debt ratio for the company Sunway Lagoon Berhad is 0.48% and for the Legoland is 0.39%. Is low behind the Sunway Lagoon Berhad. Sunway Lagoon is higher than Legoland. Okay, to debt to equity ratio also 0.1292 to the company of Sunway Lagoon Berhad and for the Legoland is 0.64, is lower than company of Sunway Lagoon Berhad. Okay, for time interest in ratio for the company Sunway Lagoon Berhad is 2.89% and for the Legoland company 61.18%, is very higher between these two company. The Legoland is higher than the Sunway Lagoon Berhad. Okay, we go to the next part is profitability ratio. For the return on equity or on Sunway Lagoon Berhad is 6% only, for Legoland is 43%, is very higher between these two company and the Legoland is higher than Sunway Lagoon Berhad. Okay, for the next return on assets for the Sunway Lagoon Berhad is 3% only and for the Legoland is 26%. And you go again for the gross profit margin into 2022 to Sunway Lagoon Berhad is 24% and Legoland is 69%, is higher than Sunway Lagoon Berhad. Okay, for the operation profit margin for the Sunway Lagoon Berhad is 11% and for the Legoland is 28%, is higher than Sunway Lagoon Berhad. Okay, for the net profit margin is 51% for the company of the Sunway Lagoon Berhad and for the Legoland is 22%, is lower than company of Sunway Lagoon Berhad. Sunway Lagoon Berhad have 51% of net profit margin. Okay, we go again to And that the last part of this my presentation for today to our group assignment for financial. And thank you very much, and bye bye.
For overall analysis, Legoland Company inventory turnover in 2021 and 2022 was higher, which is 15.76 and 11.65. Then Sunway Lagoon Berhad is 1.53 and 1.58. Sunway Lagoon Berhad has a gross profit margin of 27% for 2021. Meanwhile, in 2022, 24%, whereas Legoland has a gross profit margin at for 2021 is 70%, meanwhile in 2022 is 69%. The higher gross profit margin, the higher opportunities in order to make profitable revenues in sales. In 2022, gross profit margin ratio at Legoland was 69% compared to Sunway Lagoon Berhad with 24%.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Syahda Rizwana binti Sofi. In conclusion, as an investor, you must be wise and mature to invest in a company to obtain high profits. For example, a company that wisely manages finances and shares so that there are no big losses in investment, while the ratio is subject to the limitations of accounting methods. Different accounting choices can lead to significantly different value ratio. Therefore, incorrect judgment may occur when making comparisons between or within firms. For example, if we are investors, we will tend to invest more in Legoland because they are a more efficient company in earning current profits. So that's all. Thank you.